So, if you are someone who strayed in your marriage or long term relationship, let's talk a little bit about shame and guilt. I help couples heal from affairs and heal from infidelity. And the number one struggle of straying partners is that they feel overwhelmed with shame and guilt. So, if you're feeling this way, let me give you some ideas to help you cope with this and help you work through this. Because I know that if you feel less shame and less guilt, you're going to be better able to help your hurt partner heal. And that's what we want. We want for you both to be able to heal from this and get to a better place. So, the first thing is to really think about what you did in terms of both action and intent. There was the action, right, that you did, and then there was the intent, your reason for doing it. So, your action, the behavior that you did, was bad, right? It was very hurtful. It was a not great way of coping with emotional pain that you were probably in. You had bad behavior. Your actions hurt people, but your intent probably was not to hurt people. My thinking, or at least my hunch, is that your intent was to help yourself somehow. You were trying to cope with some emotional pain that you were in. The intent was not to cause harm and damage to your partner or spouse. You did do that, right? Your behavior hurt them, but your intent was not to. So hold yourself accountable for your behavior. You had bad behavior, but forgive yourself based on your intent. Your intent was not to hurt people, but you acknowledge that you did. Okay, the second thing is to practice being compassionate with yourself. You are more than your worst moments, right? All of us have bad behavior that we're not proud of and things that we feel ashamed of. So if we say, okay, this person is 95% good, but there is this 5% bad that happened, do we just throw that person out because we think too much badness and we've got to just, say this is a worthless person and throw them in the dumpster? No, we don't do that, right? If so many of us would be in that dumpster, right? We are not terrible people just because we made some mistakes. We may have had terrible behavior, but that doesn't make us a terrible person. All right, so hopefully that can sink in a little bit. The third thing is to stop judging yourself so harshly, right? Really replace these harsh, critical statements with something that's a little bit more compassionate. Something like, I did what I thought was right at the time. I was not in a good place. I made poor decisions. I had poor behavior. I am learning from this. I am not a bad person. You can have a good character and still do bad things. Now, it's a totally different thing if you continue to do those bad things and keep choosing the wrong thing time and time again. But I do believe that all of us can be good people who once in a while make a very bad choice based on being in emotional pain. Critical thing is learning from that and not continuing to repeat that offensive behavior, right? And the last kind of strategy for you is when you can, think about who in your life has judged you really harshly. If you have a strong inner critic and you beat yourself up and you judge yourself harshly, odds are it's because someone did that to you when you were growing up. So, when you have a minute, sit down and think about all the horrible and really hurtful things that judgmental person in your life said to you. Then I want you to mentally answer back, right? Push back, respond to their criticisms and their judgment. Tell them how they're wrong. Really let them have it. Because we all deserve forgiveness. We all deserve grace and compassion. And the couples that heal from affairs are ones who find ways to be compassionate and forgiving in the face of great pain. So I want you to forgive yourself so that you can keep having the energy to help your partner heal, give them tons of reassurance and love, and do the emotional work you need to do to make sure you guys are never in this situation again. All right, I hope that helps you. Please keep me posted and good luck to you both.